If collecting is your love,
I want more.
That's not true. He likes me because I'm loud and a brat and he can make me shut up later. Oh, I wish I didn't say that out loud.
Oh, the hits just keep on coming.
Stream so that I have a good looking head. When you say website, I don't think action figures. Thomas! Thomas! You and I need to have a conversation. You and I need to have a conversation because on the back is numero uno. I love this book. I love it.
Always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah. Before you get excited, that's a tail. The turtles had tails. Yeah, that's a tail. Thank you for pointing that it is a tail. That's a tail. The original turtles had tails. DCD Collects proudly presents signed, certified, and delivered. Each envelope has one 9.8 Sig Series comic book graded by CGC. These are hand-picked for you. 7 out of 10, my lord. It could take 6 months of being constipated before they die from the buildup. Not just any Iron Man. The Iron Man that saved us all.
In the box!
Doug! It's the Captain!
And I gotta say, that shield was pretty fun to paint too. It's chunky.
It is chunky.
Chunky with the oil paint.
Yeah.
call on me and collect with DCD. If collecting is your love,
I want more.
That's not true. He likes me because I'm loud and a brat and he can make me shut up later. Oh, I wish I didn't say that out loud.
Oh, the hits just keep on coming.
Stream so that I have a good looking head. When you say website, I don't think action figures. Thomas! Thomas! You and I need to have a conversation. You and I need to have a conversation because on the back is numero uno. I love this book. I love it.
Always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah. Before you get excited, that's a tail. The turtles had tails. Yeah, that's a tail. Thank you for pointing that it is a tail. That's a tail. The original turtles had tails. DCD Collects proudly presents signed, certified, and delivered. Each envelope has one 9.8 Sig Series comic book graded by CGC. These are hand-picked for you. 7 out of 10, my lord. It could take 6 months of being constipated before they die from the buildup. Not just any Iron Man. The Iron Man that saved us all.
In the box!
Doug! It's the Captain!
And I gotta say, that shield was pretty fun to paint too. It's chunky.
It is chunky.
Chunky with the oil paint.
Yeah.
call on me and collect with DCD. If collecting
I want more.
That's not true. He likes me because I'm loud and a brat and he can make me shut up later. Oh, I wish I didn't say that out loud.
Oh, the hits just keep on coming.
Stream so that I have a good looking head. When you say website, I don't think action figures. Thomas! Thomas! You and I need to have a conversation. You and I need to have a conversation because on the back is numero uno. I love this book. I love it.
Always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah. Before you get excited, that's a tail. The turtles had tails. Yeah, that's a tail. Thank you for pointing that it is a tail. That's a tail. The original turtles had tails. DCD Collects proudly presents signed, certified, and delivered. Each envelope has one 9.8 SIG Series comic book graded by CGC. These are hand-picked for you. 7 out of 10, my lord. It could take 6 months of being constipated before they die from the buildup. Not just any Iron Man. The Iron Man that saved us all.
In the box!
Not to
Doug! It's the Captain!
And I gotta say, that shield was pretty fun to paint too. It's chunky.
It is chunky.
Chunky with the oil paint.
Yeah.
Call on me and collect with DCD. If collecting is your love,
I want more.
That's not true. He likes me because I'm loud and a brat and he can make me shut up later. Oh, I wish I didn't say that out loud.
Oh, the hits just keep on coming.
Stream so that I have a good looking head. When you say website, I don't think action figures. Thomas! Thomas! You and I need to have a conversation. You and I need to have a conversation because on the back is numero uno. Hello! You know, I love it. I spend about 25 minutes setting up everything on this computer, and the moment I go live, it forgets that I set everything up. Lovely. Having issues with the camera today, and I spent about 40 minutes working on it, and it just does not want to work like a normal camera. What's up, Crystal, Juan, babies, me lord, Don, Kate, Carlos, and a partridge in a pear tree. Let me see. This weekend? Oh, yeah! There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Maybe there's really, yeah. I'm ready for you to be ready. That is great. That's great. Oh, I'm so excited. I had to go to the hospital to get checked. Oh, yeah. Hello, Mel. Hello, Jimmy.
Cheers. He said you gotta wait. Oh, well. Hey. Oh, that's just great. That is great. I'm excited. It is the best of times. All right, so. Yeah, man, go ahead, vent. Chuck Norris died. And I do want to say my piece about Chuck Norris. I grew up watching kung fu films, watching karate films, watching Chuck Norris, watching Sidekicks and Walker, Texas Ranger. And politics aside. Kate had a gigantic extra tooth ripped out. And it was about 2 inches long. And she's keeping it and probably going to make a necklace out of it and sell it on something not named eBay because it's illegal to sell them on eBay. You didn't hear a lot of bad things about Chuck Norris. As a person, again, politics aside, politics should not define a person, though people choose to define themselves by politics. The memes, the Chuck Norris jokes from back in the day, and the fact that he took those with humility, and even got in on them himself, and banked off of those, and took it with grace and humor, says a lot about the character of the man. I watched a lot of Chuck Norris films. Friday with Rhea. Okay, good, because I have more than one thing for you. One of them's big and one of them is small. So, yeah. I hope I see them. So I've got mad respect for Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris took karate and made it cool. Because believe me, as somebody who practiced in multiple disciplines, or I should just say dabbled in multiple disciplines, karate wasn't cool, man. Karate Kid made it cool, but before the Karate Kid made karate cool, Chuck Norris made it cool. Chuck Norris was devout in karate. And he was a big reason why karate became a famous thing, especially stateside. So in a genre dominated by Asian people, as well it should be because it's theirs, that guy really made it cool to know karate. And I got to give it up for him. When I found out this morning, I was like, oh man, that sucks. There's been other people that died in last year. I was like, oh, world's a better place. But it sucks that Chuck Norris died. He has been in failing health for years, they said. His public appearances were less and less because of his failing age. So he had been battling for quite a while. And I am sad that he is gone, but I like the legacy he left behind. I want to share with you my favorite ever Chuck Norris joke, and I invite you to flood the chat with them as well. But my all-time favorite of all of the thousands of different Chuck Norris jokes, my all-time favorite Chuck Norris joke was you have to suspend disbelief even for a Chuck Norris joke, but I think that's what makes this one special. A long time ago, Chuck Norris visited a convent in the hills of Italy and impregnated all of the nuns. 9 months later, those nuns delivered the 1972 Dolphins, the only undefeated team in NFL history to win the Super Bowl. That was always my favorite because of the sheer absurdity of it. And after he died, the jokes just wrote themselves. One of my favorites being Chuck Norris died 6 years ago, but the Grim Reaper just recently found the heart to tell him. I've heard variations of that. Chuck Norris died 20 years ago, but the Grim Reaper was too scared to say anything. Chuck Norris didn't die. He decided to move to heaven to take over for a while. A lot of them been going on. 7-Eleven large pizza and 2 2-liter soda for $12. With all the fees and fees delivered would be $30. Close the app, deleted the app. It's really scummy, especially Western 7-Eleven, so make it $1 notice. Yeah, they like to get you on the fine details. What up, BK? Mondo's next turtle is Leo? Oh, long pointy things. Chuck Norris and Superman got into a fight, and the loser had to wear his underwear on the outside of their pants. That's a great one. Hellbolt, I get it, man. Yeah, delivery fees are awful. You should ask if they have it for pickup. What up, Bourbon? Chuck Norris died so he can pay my debt with life insurance. Death just had a near Chuck Norris experience. What's up, Prue? Not a Chuck Norris fan. The memes were fun. You didn't like the man. Yeah. I got none but respect for what he brought to film and karate. Didn't agree with him politically in any way, shape, or form. The boogeyman looks under his bed for Chuck Norris. Carlos, like that one. I like that one. He died so that he could fight Bruce Lee in heaven, right? That's an epic rematch. Yeah, it's, you know. So, I gotta say, it's tough to see the people you grew up watching entertain you pass. You have to eat soft foods? Of course you do. Yep. And you shouldn't use straws either. You should drink out of glasses. So Jimmy, Mrs. the Breaker, and I and Doug's son Daniel are going to go to see on Sunday Project Hail Mary. And Jimmy is so excited. Mrs. the Breaker. What up, Hex? Mrs. the Breaker is excited. I'm excited. This is one of Doug's favorite books of all time. And who doesn't love a little Ryan Gosling? I mean, come on. The man is just devilishly handsome and funny. So we are hitting up the movies on Sunday. We have Invincible back. We have The Boys back. We have a Peaky Blinders movie. Wow, oh wow. What a terrible time to have to go to WonderCon because I have a lot of things I have to watch. Who is going to tune into my channel if I'm not up to date on Invincible or The Boys or seeing the Peaky Blinders movie? Nobody. I will be a relic of the past. I will be a has-been. So I will be binge watching episodes of all of the above. Between Hail Mary and the Spielberg movie coming this summer, this is going to be a great year for space movies. Yeah, and there's also this little movie, isn't there, at the end of this year, aren't we also getting The Odyssey? Dune, I never even watched. I never watched the second Dune. I didn't bother. Voltron sometime soon? With Henry Cavill? I wonder how that is. Oh, probably going to be garbage. She loves it. I see her crying on the couch. Bad reviews on Voltron. I'll watch it just for Henry. It's true. She loves herself some Cavill. Oh. Man, I can't. I'm gonna skip over it. I'm gonna skip over it. Henry Cavill tends to make sure what he's playing sticks to the story and does it justice. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Let's talk about something else. Maybe I can look at my phone and there'll be an order for something. Why is my battery dead? My phone must not have charged last night. How many spots left for There Will Be Blood? 5. 5 spots left, and then we'll crack that. And I'm hoping somebody decides to get that last Stadium Club UFC because I'm itching. And I could easily sell 2 of the 3 things that I got from the last box and almost buy this box. But I don't really want eBay to have their money. I might take them to an LCS and sell them for 80 cents on the dollar. The Rip on Netflix. Dope. You should have some idiot who can't pronounce names for the UFC box again. That was funny. VK. First of all, VK, that guy wasn't an idiot. He was a gorgeous hunk of man meat that every time I see him, I want to do nothing but squeeze him. And secondly, those are names from all over the world. It's not like, it's just one area. Listen, that was a good time. That was a good time. We had fun. Friday was great. I don't know if all of you saw Friday's show. Friday was a great show. It had 600 views in the first 15 hours. I don't know how many views it's at currently, but it had quite a few views. Word got around. People liked that show. We had a lot of people in studio. What do you have, like 10 people in studio? Last Friday's stream. This stream is going to pale in comparison to last week. There's nothing I could possibly do to make this as good as last Friday. Nothing. Did you rewatch that stream? Blind Cat, your face changed after opening each pack. He's like, no. But I heard it while Kate was cutting it up. You're a good sport, man. You are. That's why we love you. Yeah, you weren't a jerk about it. You were a good sport. Oh. Did not take my Claritin today like I said I was going to. I know I'm going to be coming down with something soon. I know I am. My body is right on the edge of like, hey, we're battling, but we're going to lose soon. I should be sick just in time for WonderCon. All right. Let me see. I gotta sit up. My back hurts too much for that. Do a drinking game for how many times Mrs. The Breaker says sorry during a segment. Oh, he'd be plastered. She's an apologist. It's her upbringing. She spent too much time in Canada. Oh, sorry, eh? Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Sorry, friend. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Sorry, boot that. Sorry, boot that. You may have made a gif of her, or excuse me, a gif of her sorries. That could be funny. But like my face when I say sorry is even funnier. I had a double shot of espresso at like 9:30. And then at around 3, 2:33, I had a nubble. I had a nubble. I had another double shot of espresso, and I'm still exhausted. That's the whole point. It's just a GIF slideshow of all your sorry faces. Is that, did you send that to me yet? I don't think I've seen that yet. Or is that getting posted? What up, Pat? Stuff to finalize a lot of it. It's easier to just get all the content out of the VOD first and then slowly edit each one. Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about that. I'm just the talent. And the shipper. And the garbage man. And the occasional project namer. The itch is there. Out of the 2-hour stream, I have over an hour of content clips. So, I mean, it was like 2 hours and 40 minutes. If you need help filming it, yeah, Mrs. The Breaker and Jimmy the Breaker will be at the con. I know Money Mitch and Mrs. Money Mitch will also be at the con. I was just told by Lee that yet another voice actor is going to be joining us at the con. There's going to be like 5, at some point, 5 voice actors floating around our booths. Should be a riotous occasion. Paul Maitland's art has arrived. I did not get a chance to pick it up on the way to work, but his stuff is here. All I need is some tea bags and some biscuits, and we will have a break. Will we have it ready for WonderCon? Maybe. Maybe we will. No, I haven't told her because I'm fairly certain I will be the only one that's going to do that video. I am 99.99% certain only I will do it if I do it. So, there's that. I proceed to give a third nickname, DC the Shipper. Yeah, yes. More like DC the Sipper. Am I right? Try to get matching button-down shirts for DC and DC shirts to DC. Also, I tried to get matching button-down shirts due DCD, but DC hasn't said anything yet. I don't know what that is. I can't translate that sentence, sorry. Say it in Spanish. I know what it is if you said it in Spanish. The problem is, like, I want to buy this box. Even though that means I will have bought 100% of the stock. I want to buy this box. But the issue is I'm going to be spending a lot of money at WonderCon. I have to get a couple of books graded. I know I'm going to see people that are friends of mine, and they're going to give me homie discounts if they know it's for my PC and I'm not going to resell it. I mean, I will straight up. Who did the Splinter picture on the wall? Oh my God, Don. Oh my God, Don. One thing at a time, Don. I will answer that, but let me get to this first. This, that is one of my favorite Ninja Turtle pieces of all time. When you were here, BK, did you get a good close look at it? So that was done by Jessica Cuff. Jess, you didn't. All right, I'm gonna bring it to you then. So Jess was a storyboard artist for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So she actually worked on TMNT. And we got her, she's almost impossible. She goes by Evil Enchantress. It's almost impossible to get commissions from her because of her schedule. But we, through Lee, she dug what we did and loved the whole idea of getting original art into people's hands. So she agreed to do a run for us. And of course, we're like, hey, how do you feel about doing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? And she's like, yeah, I'll do it. She's like, because we knew the connection. And it was great. So I tried to bounty this. And I believe it was Mr. Young got this. And I was like, man, let's try to find a trade. Let's try to work out a trade. And he was not having it. I was offering a lot of things. And he's like, no, I'm going to hang on to it. And I was like, oh, sassafras. And then about 3 months later, I get a notification that I have a package waiting for me at the studio. And in that, amongst other things, was that piece professionally framed, like wonderfully, it's nice, beautiful, solid framed, with a note saying, I'm not going to trade it to you. You deserve this. Put it on the wall. Thank you for everything you did. And it was just like, oh, my goodness. Oh, I love it. And this was hanging in our house, right next to the bedroom door. So at every time we went through to the bedroom door, that piece would just, you could see it eye level. I loved it. I thought it was one of the best Splinter renditions, and the pose, the composition, the zen, like you can see the zen tea moment in that, and it was just, she absolutely nailed Master Splinter in that piece. It was my favorite piece. I'm gonna make some of you mad. I'm sorry, because I know some of you artists have worked on turtle things for us in the past. The only things that really I think have come close to that piece, I think that is I think I like it over all of them. I mean, we had expensive oil painted pieces of the Turtles, cover homages, and you know what? I still love this Splinter more. So that Splinter is my number one piece that we've ever done. Any artist, any medium, that is my favorite piece depicting a character from TMNT ever. Like, I could go on for hours about why I think that is perfect, but I'm not going to subject you to it, because at that point it's just showing off, because it'll never leave my collection. I'll when I die, that'll still be in my PC. So you guys nobody will ever see it again. Don says, did your translator work for Sumo? Let me tell you a story. In a word, no. We tested it with Melissa talking and it translating from Spanish into English and from English into Spanish. It went really, really well. We both put it in, got ready for Sumo, put the phone next to the speaker of the TV, and it was not working, because it will take a block of it'll speech to text, then translate the text, and then say it. But if it does not translate in real time, so as they're talking, it would not start translating until they finished a sentence. And about the time it finished a sentence, it would start going on to the next thing, and it would not talk while it translated. So they work great as headphones. They're wonderful Bluetooth speakers. The sound is very good. And that's what I'm basically probably going to use them for moving forward. Is I just got a very inexpensive, set of Bluetooth, like I got an inexpensive headphones. And the translator part of the app works extremely well. So if I want to come up with short phrases in languages, I can still use it to announce. Like if I go to Japan for small things that I can't point to, because Japan, as Hellboat will tell you, is very good at having pictures for everything. You can point and get what you want. I will be able to use those to communicate for the small things that I just don't know. So they have use. They're just not what we needed to have to be able to interpret and real-time translate commentary. Now, they do make some that will stream of they will real time translate, and no matter how long you talk, it will translate because it's a feed. But these ones do not. I mean, it's not the earbuds that do the translating, it's the app. Those earbuds are just tied to a crap app. The technology is not in the earbuds. You connect the earbuds to the app, and the app translates and sends it to the earbuds. So the earbuds are great. I had no issue with the earbuds. It's the app attached was garbage. If you can find an app that does real time translation and you can get some Bluetooth headphones, that's all it is. I don't know of very many earbuds that the program for the translation is in the earbuds. I believe almost every one of them that I've seen had a companion app, and the app did the translating. If they had it to where that was in the earbuds, those are probably $400 or $500 earbuds. But lacking that, they need a phone to do the processing. So, again, it was $11. I'm happy with them as headphones. I've thrown them in while cooking because I listen to Audible while I cook. And they work great. So we're back to not knowing. Actually, my grasp on Japanese, I can translate like 80% of what's going on in sumo now. I know like introductions. I know common phrases that they use. So I could walk into a basho and not need a translator for the entire fight, with the exception of the announcements of the next day's battles and the interview with the champion on day 15. Everything else, every other announcement, I can pick enough of the wording out to know what just happened. When they have mono-ease, I don't know, like, he's talking the technical on it, they break it down, but when he says, like, let me think of an example. I can't think of a good example. Oshidashi. Like, I know that, Oshidashi is a frontal toss out as opposed to a frontal lift out or a frontal force out. Kachi Koshi means they just hit the guaranteed winning record, which means in the higher ranks, their 8th win is their Kachi Koshi. And the Machi Koshi means they just hit their guaranteed loss record. I know when they call a mono E. I know when they're announcing the names. I know what the Seiya is. I got all that. I just want to know what they were talking about in the interviews. That's it. Some translators don't work with speech impediments like I have, but all you need to know is Japanese is middle and last syllables of the sentences, because if you hear desu ka, it's a question. There you go. There's the answer. There's the handbook. So, besides having a baby, what is everybody up to this weekend? Anybody have plans? Anybody catching a flick? BK's like AnimeCon. You never stop learning. Oh, that's right. You have AnimeCon, and then you have to tear down AnimeCon and then get ready for WonderCon. We have WonderCon, and then we have a couple of weeks, and then we have Comic-Con Revolution, which I still haven't gotten my hotel for. I need to get my hotel. I guess they're doing a Flash reunion at this Comic-Con Revolution. In addition to a Battlestar Galactica reunion, they have a bunch of Flash actors that are going to be there. Saber Saturday and Sunday. Maybe throw some pizza and wings in there if I can talk the boss into it. Hey, Don, for what it's worth, tell Kelly I said, please. Be like, DC says, please, can I have some pizza and wings? And see if that helps. Level Up, and then Amazing Con, and then she applied for Fan Expo in June. Sabres need to lose this weekend. Probably not. They don't need the points, no, but they like them. And we're young. Oh man, they're looking like a good team for the next 3-4 years at those ages. Heck, some of those guys are on 2-way contracts still. The Sabres have not given up a goal this road trip. I remember a time when goaltending was the big question mark. And then we got Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. And then we traded for somebody. And I can't remember if we drafted Levi or we traded for Levi. And then everyone's like, well, it's a question mark. We'll see how it goes. Oh, mama. When you put that multiple gigantic defensive pairings in front of them, yeah, they're doing just fine. So it was traded for Levi. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that. And it wasn't Reinhardt that got the Dewey. It was O'Reilly that got the Dewey, right? We traded somebody and they immediately got a Dewey. I think it was O'Reilly. Wasn't there talk? Yeah, at one point, yeah. At one point, almost everybody was for sale on the Sabres. And then they fired their GM and the players were like, finally, let's play now. Finally, the GM's gone, let's play. And the rest has been history. He is not a Knights fan. He is a Kings fan. Lions is the other one. I'm sorry, not Levi. Lions. My bad. My bad. I knew it was one of the L's. I know we acquired Levi, and he was supposed to be a thing. Lions is the other guy. Yeah, he's a Kings fan, and he has not invited us to a Kings game yet, even though it's in our backyard. O'Reilly was traded to St. Louis and won a cup. Yeah, I know, but he also got a Dewey. He's also a felon. Pretty sure Ryan O'Reilly got multiple DUIs. Sabres versus the Kings tomorrow at 1 p.m. I wonder how much those tickets cost. great one. Hey, this is going to make some of you excited. Oh, now there's only 3. All right, L.A. Queens. Tickets. Win 4 tickets to Anze Kopitar Legacy Night. Nah. I'm gonna skip that night. Tickets. Single game tickets. Sabres game is Kids Day. Ooh, Bourbon. Such a handsome man. Such a handsome guy. It's another one I'd squeeze if I got to see him. Mrs. the Breaker was madly in love with Bogosian. All right, get tickets. Sort by cheapest. Acknowledge. Where are they? $70 a ticket. Wait, did I see as low as 30? $30, I'll go. Where it's got to be upper nosebleed corners, right? It's got to be nosebleed corners. Come on. Nope, those are 50. So, where are the crap seats? 50. Yeah, it would be about 100 and about $200 for us to go. Hellbolt is a Maple Leafs fan. Excuse me. Yeah, I agree, Don. It showed them there was more to life than hockey. All right, 3 more spots for There Will Be Blood. Let's go ahead and fill those. Those are cheap. There we go. They complained about the mistripping call. Regrets. If we sell out 2 more spots, I will grab the 6th one. If I buy the 6th one, it'll make me not buy the UFC, and I will feel better knowing that I'm not buying the UFC because of the money I'm going to spend at WonderCon. Oh, that was quick. Let's get these in order. Oh my. It looks like I'm getting none. Oh. Well, BK, at least somebody didn't illegally have their skate in the crease when the game winner went in. What up, Dangle?
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
It's showtime.
Thanks for the sub, buddy. Appreciate you. Oh, you just got dangled. No, it was a too bent of a blade call. Illegal curve of the stick. All right, Carlos, Bourbon, Don, Dangle. CBDs. This is the CBD TWBB, 38 months. It's got to be some kind of record. I think so. I didn't even know we were around for 38 months. You know how this works. All 4 of you are veterans. You just know no take backsies, can't steal from yourself. Let's just go ahead and get this thing done. Carlos was here. Yep, here we go. Leaf Heroes and Prospects 2024 Foosball. I will list the 6 autos. Those autos will just be the names of the entire pack that they come in, so you will get the entire pack. Dangle says dibs on Milrow. Give me the Millsy. All right, good luck, everybody. A pack of what? Oh, there's Mr. Marion. Let me get the. I don't have any packs. I wish I had packs. Oh, that's not the button. Keelan Marion. I found out a lot of these are high school kids that are signing with their colleges. That's how early they're getting these. Oh, trust me, Dangle just got a little something. We found something for Dangle randomly. I'm just going to leave it at that. There's Luke, brother Luke, out of 99. Finley and King. He did. That was, yep. That's going to fall under Marion. Like the county. Oh. That's Jalen Henderson. or Jan Her, as he calls himself. Good old Jan Her. That's 6 out of 6. 7. I'm so happy that's not a thing anymore. I'm so happy that that's over. Good old Stevie Young. He was mobile. He could run. Speaking of runners, how about Fran Tarkenton and Luther Burden? That goes under Henderson. And then Larry Arnold. I don't know what that autograph is. I don't know what that is. LJC? Andy Armstrong out of 25. Tony Baselli. And hey, look, it's Nico. Everybody, look, it's Nico. Well, so far, so bad. There must be a banger in the last 3 packs. That'll go under Arnold. Hey, Arnold. Oh, it's horizontal. And it is Tariq Owens. University prospect. Tariq Owens. Is that T.O.'s son? I think that's Terrell Owens' son. That's 1 out of 25. Then you got Chad Ochocinco, Blake Corum and Marshall Falk, and Damian Martinez. The Ocho. Owens. Tomas. That is Talik Williams. LT. LT's out of 99. Larry Little. Williams. And the last pack. Is this going to be a dual auto? Is this the dually? Do we see 2? The low numbers do make you feel better. I get it. Oh, there's an NFLer. That's Luke McCaffrey. 2 out of 5. Luke McCaffrey of the Washington Commanders. A younger brother, a CMC. I love you, Hellbolt. Out of a Finneran. Then you got T. Hunter. Two-way player. Harris and Caleb Jackson. We'll just call him LMC. All right, let's see what order. Ooh. That's a scary mix. Dangle, you kick it off. T.O. All right, Bourbon. Bourbon has to step out. So I will non-biasedly play for Bourbon since I'm not in it. He is going to go with Arnold. Carlos. LMC. Hey, Arnold. All right, Bourbon will... Oh, Bourbon would steal with his second spot. Whose day do I ruin? See, he just texted me steal. I told you he would steal from his second spot. All right. Oh, are you back? He said, I'm going to steal. All right, who you stealing then? I knew you would steal on your second one. That's a Bourbon thing to do. Oh, okay. He's back. Steal from Dangle, obviously. All right, Dangle. He said, steal from Dangle, obviously. Dangle, it's back to you. Dangle is my enemy, he says. Oh, no, it's back to Dangle. Dangle's got to draw. Then you can possibly steal Owens and lock it in. don't see whom the three left actually are. So this is Marion. This is Henderson. And this is Williams. Williams. All right, Don, who are you taking? Owens. Gee, I never would have thought. Well, you own Owens. Bourbon. Now, what are you going to do? Williams. Dangle. Arnold. He's taking Arnold. Arnold is in yellow. Bourbon. What is your pick? I don't have an Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonation. The best I can do is la la la. Come on, Bourbon, you know what you want to do. All right, Don. I got it. No take backsies. You got to pick somebody else. He was texting Carlos to say that I'm stealing LMC right now. That's how that conversation went. Hey, buddy, I just want to let you know I'm taking your stuff and you're not getting it back. It went like this. Carlos doesn't respond to me. He's like, there are no friends and there will be blood. There are only enemies. And then when it's all over, we all have beers and hug. I am a lot. Aren't we all? That's why we all get along. Yep. That's why we all get along. All right, Bourbon. Not many choices for you. It's either Marion, Henderson, or LMC. LMC it is. Kinda saw that one coming. All right, Carlos. Now it's up to you. I don't know. Williams. All right, you own Williams. Bourbon. Bourbon, your choices are Marion or Henderson. Marion. Dangle. Your choices are Marion or Henderson. I know exactly how this is going to go. I know exactly how this is going to go. Oh, I know. I see exactly how this is going down. LMC. Got him. Hey, Bourbon. It's all over. You got Henderson. I knew exactly what was going to happen. He's like, wait, I'm getting LMC off of Bourbon? Yeah, I'm going to take that one. All right, let me get everybody sorted then. Buying robots? Hey, listen, man, get robots. We still haven't pulled a Kosi out of here. But don't forget, I have plenty of more cards where these came from. All right, we will start with Don. Don got the TO. And Don told me to stick it in a special place. Yeah, I got you, buddy. Absolutely. Absolutely. Carlos got Williams. Dangle got Arnold. And he got LMC. I got these team bags that were just perfect for these smaller There Will Be Bloods. Oh, it's so perfect. it's nice when I get to order my stuff, my own stuff. Just Doug's finally like, here's a company credit card. I trust you. I know you're gonna get only what you need. And I got what I needed, and then I got a couple of small things that just make my life easier. And I said, hey, I don't need these, but this is gonna make my life easier. He's like, oh, if it's gonna make your life easier, then get it. And I was like, I got it. And bourbon. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Robots. For some reason, I cannot issue shipping refunds on my phone, and it bothers me that I have to actually open up the website. It's so stupid. All right. All right, I'm gonna have to refund, shipping, refund, refund. One second, there's something I gotta find. Here we go. That is... Let me send a text. Let's open up robots. Oh, you know what? I've realized I have a charger here. Oh, maybe I don't. Actually, no, that's a lie. I have a charger for Jimmy here. I do not have a charger for myself. Let's close this. Let's go to robots. Let's show everybody we are on number 2. His name? Number 2. Oh, there's another giveaway. I just got to find it. I know it's here now. So more things have been added. All right, there we go. All right. DCD Collects proudly presents Robots. Original art by Lee Cozy, Jamie Sullivan, and Kate Crawford. The Deuce. The Deuce. Oh. You're number one. I don't know what number one is. Let's find out, shall we? Well. You got a feeling, huh? You got a feeling, Bourbon. You, sir, just nailed a cozy. Yes. It is. This actually was going to be the original giveaway. But then Kate Crawford laid down a Wally that stole the spot. So we said, hey, Lee, are you going to be hurt if we make this live in there? And he's like, you're going to make that live? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that is amazing if you're going to do that. I said, well, we are. We're going to make Kate the giveaway. And he's like, do it. What's up, Money Mitch?
We happy? Vincent! We happy?
Yeah, we happy.
Yeah, this is about, conservatively a $300 thing if you wanted Lee to do that for you right now. Remember when chat got excited about art? Yeah, this one's pretty exciting. There you go, buddy. I think your feeling paid off. Will that fit in an envelope? Let's see. Oh, yeah. That'll fit. It'll fit. So now I think there are 4 cozies left. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I should write down. Bourbon was Herbie. Scoobs was Grimlock. Prue was Ratchet, I think. All right, Bourbon, congratulations, man. That's a big boy hit. Who's next? Oh, no. I'm going to have to play that later. There we go. Oh, what's up, Sapphoros? we just opened ourselves a robots, and inside was Cozy's Herbie. It's very nice. Oh, this is really my last weekend of calm. Bourbon's on one. He's ready. He's amped. You were the first person I thought of when I saw that game shared in his. Yeah, I quickly went to it. I was like, oh, I gotta stop. It is way too late for me. I was exhausted last night. I feel it down in my plums. Yep, bourbon is ready. That made his day. Yeah, I actually in 2 weeks they're launching the Dungeon Crawler Carl deck building game, which I have pre-ordered, bought into. I'm excited to see that. There's been a lot of positive feedback from the test runs that have been done, and I love Dungeon Crawler Carl. So that's the next game I am getting into. As far as video, oh, I did briefly look at the video. Yeah, I did briefly look at the video game. So it's now coming back to me right before I fell asleep last night. I believe the timestamp on my comment would be fairly late. But yes. So, Bourbon said you gotta get Dangle in on this. So Bourbon, Dangle is actually going to he's gonna be in Seattle. Bourbon, Dangle is on a budget this week. He has lots of tickets that he is paying for, and he's taken the wife to see Jelly Roll. Those are not cheap tickets. So Dangle has told us ahead of time, hey man, I am spending like thousands of dollars on tickets this week. So I see what you have. I love it, but I'm out for right now. I just want to see that Wall-E. So what's great about that Wall-E is the glow in the dark factor of it makes it great. And unfortunately, we tried to dim the lights in here, but even the light from the screen makes it impossible to show the glow effect. But that is a stellar giveaway. He has the Darth Maul, and I will get that one day. It is a great Maul. It is, yeah. Yes, it is. What up, Brew? You got the Johnny 5. Okay, thank you. So Scoob's got the Ratchet to go with the Grimlock then. Prue, you were the one that traded Jimmy for the Foghorn Leghorn. Am I correct? I finally pried it out of his collection. Okay, it's going to be in not the order I sent out today, but I'm going to send it with your next order. It was sitting in a top loader. It was on the kitchen table, and then it found its way to the coffee table, and then it found its way back to the kitchen table. And I was like, I just got to get this out of the house so that it gets in his box. And it's over there. I'm looking at it right now. I see it. I see it sticking out of your box. It's Foghorn Leghorn. He's there. I promise. So next order, it's coming in. And if you don't order anything for the next 3 weeks, I'll just send it by itself in a very, very, very small bubble mailer. Oof. Got Johnny 5 and got a second piece, which was a Transformer. Don't remember which one, but it's the one that cased. So that was the Ratchet. So then Scoob's got the Grimlock and the something else. And then Bourbon just nailed the Herbie. So the Iron Giant is still there. The Ultra, the not Ultraman, the Cyberman is still there. Forbidden Planet was the other one I believe you got. Forbidden Planet. Her Robbie the robot. And then I think Fred is the name of the one from Superman. He's still in there. So 4 of the cover pieces are still in there. 3 of the cover pieces are still in there. All right, Carlos, take care, buddy. Don't forget, I will still be here Wednesday. I will not be doing shows Thursday, Friday, but Wednesday I will have a summation for the con. What to expect preview. So tune in Wednesday. Killing me, Smalls. If I buy that, I can't buy something at the con. And I know I'm going to find something at the con I have to have. I can either get a $200 box of cards, or I can get a $200 piece of art. Or I can get 2 $100 pieces of art. I want art. Is Mondo at the con? I don't think so. You are going to be in Seattle. That is why I actually, oddly enough, before you went away, I came back and said that. Look into FanFest. Mrs. the Breaker wants to go. Where's FanFest being held? And is Henry Cavill or Jeff Goldblum going to be there? Or Pierce Brosnan? If any of those people, 3 people, are there, she's not allowed to go. It's at Universal Studios. Oh, it's all good, man. I was actually telling Bourbon was wondering why you were not going ham on UFC cards and baseball cards, and I said that you dropped multiple G's on tickets last week, and you have Jelly Roll plus opening weekend plus some hockey possibly, and you're a busy man. I don't know. Let me look.
Oh, you just got dangled.
Will Mondo be at WonderCon?
Mondo has historically attended WonderCon and even has a WonderCon section on their shop website, but their official exhibitor list for WonderCon 2026 has not been explicitly confirmed in the recent guest and exhibitor announcements. Would you like me to check their social media or news for a direct confirmation of their WonderCon 2026 booth?
Yes, please. They're not listed on the exhibitors, so there's your answer. Probably not. I mean, Mondo has been bankrupt and sold and threatened to be closed down and then saved, and seems like only San Diego Comic-Con. I don't know. We are, we have to go through our Mondo posters and probably sell some. We have thousands of dollars in value in those Mondo posters that are never going to be. Mondo was purchased by whoever owns Funko a few years ago. Mondo was its own company before Funko bought it. Mondo was a separate entity. And then Funko bought it, and Funko said, that they were going to shut it down, and then people started buying it and shooting the prices up, and they're like, all right, we'll keep it. And then they did they had a huge San Diego Comic-Con a couple years ago, and they're like, all right, well, we will do some stuff online that is limited and whatevs. Mrs. The Breaker, they will probably have the online exclusives. Apparently, Mrs. The Breaker, they do online exclusives like every other month. You just have to subscribe to their newsletter. Here's my issue. As much as I love Mondo posters and their high quality screen printed pieces of art, we don't have any walls because we're not in our house, and we have so many now that aren't even framed, and they are hundreds of dollars to frame things that big. I don't know which ones we could get. Can you show the cozy again? Sure can. Here's the thing, Mrs. The Breaker, we need to move back to Buffalo so that we can have room. Hang them on the ceiling. Listen, we have a shoebox. We don't even have that much ceiling space. All right, are we done here? Are we shutting it down for the weekend, or we got some more in us, ladies and gentlemen?
Go ahead, have a drink, Lyle.
A little bottle of water.
A little bottle of water.
A little bottle of water.
Thanks, Don, but I finished my beer. I literally don't have anything next to me at all. I have no water, no beer, no nothing. If somebody orders a box of cards and or a piece of art, I will open another beer.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
It's true. Man, I'm about to lose my phone. There's gotta be. Is Daniel going to be at Wonder? He is, and he's going to be in our booth. This is definitely not a lightning charger, but it will work. Oh, wow. I lost my screen. Yeah, 3 hours until full, because this is a doo-doo charger. But I'll at least have a phone. Okay. Is that hot? No, that doesn't get hot. Okay, here we go. Just have to use my left hand. Not only is Daniel going to be there, he has a gaggle of sketch cards. He has a small handful of sketch covers, and he will be doing art on demand. I believe he will also have his t-shirts, which if you have not purchased a t-shirt from Daniel Gonzalez, I highly recommend getting them. They are pre-shrunk. They are a very, very soft material. They're very comfortable to wear, and they are pretty durable, I have to say, because I am rough and tumble. If you don't follow him on Instagram, you should be. Listen, if you don't follow him on Instagram, part of your life is missing joy. There are such wonderful videos that he puts out and stories, and seeing his family and watching his art and listening to his tips and tricks. Daniel Gonzalez is just a great human being. Like, it's easy to root for Daniel. And then on top of that, he's so freaking talented that you just are like, listen, I want to be your friend. Like, I want to protect you from the mean people. Like, I love Daniel Gonzalez. So there you go. Yeah, there you go, Money Mitch. That's what I'm talking about, man. Saw the Supergirl sketch card he was working on. Wowzers. Yeah, I believe that one. I think that one is oil painted. And I believe the Superman was gouache. And I believe they'll be anywhere from like $60 to $125, maybe as low as $50. It all depends on the medium and the amount of detail. So listen, this is a true story. Daniel Gonzalez is about $100 per square inch when he paints. It's not an exaggeration. I actually have his professional pricing on my phone. The actual flyer that he hands out to people interested in his fine art. And I will show it to you right now. This is not an exaggeration. He is about $100 a square inch. Make sure I don't reveal his phone number. All right. Daniel Gonzalez, pricing sheet for original oil paintings. Effective 2026. 8 by 10, 1600. 11 by 17, 2800.
Beetlejuice.
24 by 36, 7800.
Beetlejuice.
Hey, Night Vixen! Coming here in the 805. How you doing on the 805? Appreciate you. Thank you for the sub. I am glad you are hanging out with us. But yeah, this is it. These are his current prices for his original oil paintings. This is what the VIFA gallery hands out when people say, I am interested in getting a Daniel Gonzalez oil painting. This is literally what they charge. And if you talk to him, if you talk to Daniel Gonzalez, you will find out that he regularly sells paintings for $3,000-$4,000. He has sold, almost $20,000 paintings in the past. If you send him $50 a month, he'll do half a square inch at a time. I don't know. It's between you and him. He does these covers for us, and he does these sketch covers for us because he enjoys it. He likes our vibe. It's outside of what he normally does. And he has actually gotten flack from agents and from people in fine art. They're like, why are you wasting your time doing this pop art stuff when you should be doing your calaveras and you should be working on your magnum opus? And he says, it's because I enjoy it. I do it because it's fun. I price it so that a collector can buy it, because let's face it, outside of some of the masters, this type of pop art, pop culture art, comic book art, this stuff isn't $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 like a standard painting is. We are very fortunate having a fandom that has a root company that makes covers for artists to put art on. And artists that realize that, hey, this is a comic books, this is for fun. I might be this massive oil painter. I might be one of the premier Western painters in the whole West Coast, but I enjoy this. I'm going to price this for a collector and not for somebody in my gallery. Daniel Gonzalez is a gallery artist. He has features. He gets awards. He's a big deal in Western art. The fact that we see him and we're able to afford him is his kindness to be true. And he's a kind, wonderful human being. I spent a lot of time with him. I spent a lot of time with him and his family. They are wonderful people, and he enjoys doing this. I do know this for a fact. There is an agent, a professional art agent, a dealer that is trying to lock down him as an artist. I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying this. But he was telling me, the problem is he doesn't really want to go with this agent, even though this agent has proven to make artists a good amount of money. It's going to stop everything outside of the FIFA gallery. He said, I won't be able to do anything for DCD Collects. I won't be able to do anything outside of gallery work. I will be strictly a gallery artist. And he's like, I want to avoid that because I like to have my hand in, many different cookie jars. And he wouldn't be able to show at other places. He'd only be able to produce art through FIFA Gallery. But that is a real thing. That is a real possibility. Like, he may sign with an agent that's going to say, oh, you're done with pop art. You're just going to you're taking time away from major pieces by doing these little ones. And don't take my word for it. If you see him or if you engage with him online or through the Discord, tell him, is it true that there's an agent that wants to shut this part of your stuff down? Sapporo says, I overheard one of his convos during Kate's stream from the con last year. He seems like a very nice person. He is. Sapporo's, I will tell you if somebody is somebody I wouldn't want to hang out with. You have seen in the past, there have been artists that we have only had once. And then you never heard from them again. We had a big artist, a person that's well known in the art world that we will never deal with again. And I even said, hey, this is the only time you're going to get this person. We will invite Daniel. When Daniel wants to work, all he has to say is, hey, I want a project. Daniel's getting a project. It's literally that simple. He is a wonderful human being. He is a great person. He is a fantastic artist. He's got this wonderful idea for a comic book that I may or may not be working with him on. He's great. And I am happy and blessed that I own 2 of his pieces of art. Is it just 2? A Catwoman, which is Mrs. the Breakers. X-23, which is mine, even though it's finally getting fixed at WonderCon. CGC is going to finally fix it, thankfully. I'm submitting... reminds me, I got to get Catwoman out of my box. We're going to submit that one, too. He's a big deal. But I digress. If you see his art, buy his art. That's all I can say. It's my recommendation to you. I told all of you 2 years ago Kai was going to be a massive deal. Most of you bought in heavily on Kai. All of you that bought in have seen the dividends on that return. Daniel Gonzalez is massive in what he does. He is not yet a known entity in the comic book world, but if he decides to make himself an entity in the comic book world, if he decides to go through the graphic novel that he has shared with me the ideas of that I'm not at liberty to disclose, he will be a massive deal in the graphic novel world as well. So if you listen to me when I said buy the Kai stuff, listen to me when I say buy the Daniel Gonzalez stuff. That's it. That is where I'm ending this. I'm not going to... We have many amazing, talented artists that have lots of published work that work for us. We have tons of great talent. So I am not going to talk any more on that. There you go. All right, I guess last call. It seems like I'm just yelling into the ether at this point. So if anybody wants something, last call, let's do it. Wednesday, I will not have anything with me. Everything's getting packed. I will not have any product to open. So today is actually the last day that you can buy anything before WonderCon. Then we will not be, I will not be opening anything until next Friday. So today is the last day for a week. Even the cards, everything is coming to WonderCon. I am bringing everything back here, everything, all of it, except for, I mean, we might even bring some of these, actually. I think we talked about some of the Funko Pops going. I'm bringing robots. I'm bringing the cards. I'm bringing those cards. I'm bringing variants. I'm bringing the side comics. All right, Daniel Gonzalez's Alien v Predator, or Kai Darth Maul on wood. Oh. I have to look at that. I remember exactly what Darth Maul looks like. I remember Alien v Predator, but I have to look at Alien v Predator again. So let me pull that up. That is in Discord. I have a copy of every piece of art he has done in Discord. I unfortunately can't share it with y'all though. Let me find it. Daniel. Hold on, I gotta. Oh, that's the one with the alien looking down on Predator. Is that one? Guess who Night Vixen is? Oh, it's got to be Lily. It's got to be Lily, the 805. What's up, Lily? How you doing? Lily is good, peeps. We like Lily. What up, girl? How you doing? Listen, you don't really get to know a person until you've done a Disney trip with them. And we know Hex and we know Vixen now, and we love both of them legitimately. Good people. So I actually have streamer mode on. I cannot show my Discord, and I will not disable it because of the names that I have in here. I can't open my Discord on stream for this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can find the upload that I have of that. But that is nasty. I should have somewhere a copy of that in a shared drive. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't, because this computer came after that. All right, so second place I can look is our Insta. Where is... It probably pretty far down. Oh, maybe not as far down as we thought. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, I could just hold on. God, man, y'all look at some of the stuff that we did in the past. Golly gee. Yeah, I know the mall. I remember that vividly. I've stared at that mall many, many, many times. Yeah, I know that girl. I want to see if I can... Oh, it wouldn't be that far back. Oh, actually, it would be that far back. It is, but there it is. I knew it was here too. Oh, it is so nasty too. I mean, listen, man, how do you pick? They're both unbelievable. It's a different one? Is it this one? That Predator rendering is sick. 100% sure this gets auto modded. Looks like the auto mod is not on. I don't know who ruined the settings, but somebody absolutely jacked with our settings. And we don't have any mods right now. Yeah, somebody said the F word. Timed out for 600 seconds and then promptly removed the timeout. Sapporo's for probably a millisecond was like, oh damn. That was awesome, Hellbolt. That's great. Oh man. All right. I mean, they're just nasty. You got 4 figures rendered on this. Oh, why is it on airplane mode? I don't want airplane mode. All right. I don't know. They both have their advantages. Even though you cannot see the Space Marine's face, you can get the feeling just from the body language and how Daniel articulated the body language that he's pooping his pants. He's having that, oh, I soiled myself moment. He's like, oh. Like the way he has the gun slightly down as in it's at rest because he's like, his shoulders are slumped down. He's not in shooter mode. He's like, oh. Like the body language. All right, Don, love you, buddy. Drive safe. The body language that he captured in that is spectacular. The menacing in the top alien is spectacular. They both have their advantages. And yeah, and I realize it's not exactly. Like you can understand the emotion in the silhouette. I mean, if my pointer works. Like the slumped shoulder, the gun at rest, the slack on the arm, not in a shooter stance, the head up, his chin isn't tucked. Like that is oh, that's over. Like that is I'm dead. And this is like, yeah, you're dead. The Maul is just a flawless rendition of Maul with a little bit of lightsaber on it too. They're both stunning for different reasons. One captures emotion, the other one captures clarity. One of them's on a gradable comic book, one of them's on a hangable piece of wood. They both got advantages. Daniel's, I showed you his prices. He is about $100 a square inch, a little bit more in some cases. All right, let me get rid of that one. All right, tomorrow is the last day of the Boss Show. It is day 15. There are 2 fights today, or one, excuse me, there's 1 fight today that could determine the championship, and if one person loses and another person wins, then tomorrow the championship for the division will go down to a playoff. It Horshoryu and one more person. All right, there it is, yeah. Yeah, that Maul is nasty too. I can't call you. I'm live. I can call you after. What would he charge for that alien? Well, that is, what is the measurement? I'll tell you exactly what it would be. I meant on the ride home. Okay. About 700. On if you were to buy it in his most basic package, it would be 700. If you bought the upgraded package, that would be about 1250. That's what he would charge based on his thing, based on that piece of paper. He has 3 different levels. There's the entry level, the, moderate level, and then his masterwork. The price per square inch goes up exponentially depending on the quality of the piece, and typically you also get a bigger size. If you wanted an entry level piece, it's about 700. If you wanted that to have the chef's kiss, detail on the foreground with a more basic background, it's probably going to be about 1200. If you wanted him to render a 10 by 7 in detail, foreground and background, $1,700 maybe. You'd have to ask him. Ask him about his levels. Ask him about his entry level versus his master level. I will. All right, let me open up Wix real quick so we can finish this. All right, last call. Let me get ready. Transfer us out of here. Sounds like everyone's done. Yeah, they're both pretty close to that. That mall is pretty much the same size as a comic book. So I got 2 people arguing in the in my text messages. Sending a link to the moderation settings page. Scroll down a bit for the chat settings. I will. I'll do that off camera. I'll get that squared away. I don't know why the auto mod. Not only did I do the individual wording for auto mod in Twitch, I also did it in in Caster Labs and in Mix It Up, as well as the chat bot. So I don't know why nothing got. I'll figure out. Thank you so much, Sepulros. It was great seeing all of you folks. I listen, Money Mitch. I'm going to see you next week. I'm going to see you and your wonderful wife, and we're going to hang out, and we're going to have a great time. All right, check the gate. The gate is clear. Data Sumo. All right, let me also pull it up because I'm going to want to watch it while I shut down everything. All right, folks. Listen. Wednesday, I will be here. Wednesday, I will have the overview and probably the pricing for everything at WonderCon. I will be able to announce whether or not we're going to do the Paul Maitland, and I will also probably have the prices for Daniel Gonzalez as well. So definitely going to want to tune in on Wednesday. In the meantime, just, know that I love each and every one of you, and I want you to take care of yourselves and each other. Crystal, 1. Baby Rhea. I'm sending my energy. I am sending my positive vibes. I am sending you my strength. This weekend, finally get to meet Amelia. Very excited for you. I cannot wait to hear and see pictures. I'm excited. I love you all. Take care. Be safe, and I will see you on Wednesday.